invented the whole concept, Brian Veith. What a great weekend for you to see this all come to fruition.
Yeah, these guys are not only good golfers, but they're student athletes, and they're great young men, very respectful. And I felt bad how everything's impacted them. Some of these are juniors that are trying to get into college scholarship, and they lost about 4 or 5 months. And so I wanted to find a way to do it safe with COVID going on and under certain rules, but still make it competitive. And college coaches are telling me that stroke play and match play are both very important. So I kind of created a combo event, and I invited the top 30 high school golfers from Tampa Bay area down to Naples in Region 3. And so we started it off with stroke play qualifier at Heritage Oaks, cut it to 16, the Sweet 16. We played yesterday at Palmer, got it down to the Final Four today. So we'll have the semifinals here at Laurel Oak. So I appreciate Laurel Oak, Palmer, and Heritage Oaks being host. And then the last 9 hole will be match play for the finals. So we'll crown a champion. And then we have the consolation bracket, so those kids are still involved, so they have a chance to play for something.
Well, very impressive, Brian, to create a new event during a pandemic and bring people together from Tampa down to Naples. What was the hardest part of doing this whole thing?
Actually, probably the most anxiety was when everything under my control was working out, except for then all of a sudden a hurricane pops up.
Oh, right.
And so I was worried about weather, so I worked with the courses to see if we could play a little bit earlier, because it all has to flow. So if there's a rain out at any point, then it's like, how do you advance and get everything set up? So thank God that the weather's been okay so far and everything's gone. Monday or Friday was awesome. We had a 7-hole playoff. So the kids played 25 holes for the number 1 and 2 seed. And then there was, how fitting was it that there was 5 players vying for the last 3 spots. We had a playoff for all that shot 76. So the cut was 76. So that tells you the caliber, and then the medalist was 71.
Great golf, and the weekend worked out great. This is an inaugural event. You're hoping to do this annually now?
Yes, and I'm trying to set it up for the girls as well. So the girls are watching this and going, I kind of like this idea. So we're setting it up for Longboat Key in a month. And Longboat Key has been gracious enough to hold it for the weekend there. So that's coming up in a month, so we're excited about that.
It's so good to see these kids out here. They're good kids. They're young athletes. They're polite. It's kind of refreshing to see that, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just so polite. Mr. Veith, yes sir, I want to make sure I'm doing things right. So they're not only good players, but respect, sportsmanship. That's what my series is promoting, is fun, competitive, but also respect and sportsmanship. These are kids that are going to be future leaders, hopefully, in our society, and we want to make sure that those are the kids we're promoting. So
they're on the way, it seems. Well, congratulations, Brian. A heck of an achievement to pull this off, an inaugural event, bringing the best high school golfers from Tampa all the way south to Naples. Well, Brian Veith is the founder and the organizer and everything about this event. Why did you just decide to do this?
So a couple months ago, going through COVID and what was, the kind of limitations on the junior golfers, student athletes as I call them, it was really tough on them, and those especially that are as juniors and seniors trying to get into colleges and get recruited. So I first did the boys event about a month ago, and then it went really well, and the girls were kind of wanting to do it for them. So I decided to find a really good venue, which thank you to Longboat Key. This place is beautiful. I knew the girls would love it. And so I came up with this concept of match play, so that college coaches really want to see that. They want to see both stroke play, but match play is a whole different ball wax. It's very strategic.
One subplot here is the fact that during the pandemic, college recruiters don't get a chance to see these young athletes in action.
Right, so there was a different status period where they can't actually go out and watch tournaments. The girl golfers can't go visit colleges, and so because of COVID, there was limitations. So instead of them coming to see the girls, I'm bringing it to the coaches. So we have live scoring, thanks to Leaderboard King. Thanks to the production crew in filming this. We're going to send this to coaches because they want to not only see a score, they want to see how a girl would would act in in a stressful situation. If she's hit a bad shot out, or she come back from it and see their swings in a pressure situation. So we're going to bring it to them instead of them coming out to the event.
Well, thank you for doing what you're doing for young sports here.
Thank you, and appreciate all our sponsors that are helping making this possible. And yesterday was just so awesome. Some of the great shots these girls made. One, Helena dunked a 130-yard shot for eagle yesterday. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to video it, but I heard the cheering. And so all the girls played great, and looking forward to today.
And if you're wondering where Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan is right about now, well, don't worry, he's not too far.
That's right. He joins us live now from the Heritage Harbor Golf Course in Bradenton at the first annual Play for Pink breast cancer fundraising tournament. Bob, you are definitely decked out in pink there. Tell us more about what that fundraiser is all about.
You know, this is the first, as you said, the inaugural event here at Heritage Harbor Golf and Country Club. And get a look at these tables, how decked out they are. All the wait staff and all the volunteers just getting everything ready for the big dinner. All the golfers are out there in the course, and there are a lot of golfers for the first event. And get a look at the weather. It was perfect. A little bit hot, but a lot of putts were made and big drives. The course in great shape, by the way, too. We are looking at great shape as far as that goes. Again, I got the chance to play with Terry Bradshaw's nephew today, Chris, and he hits it about 310, 320. I don't know if I can hit it that far, but boy, we had a great time out there, as well as 125 golfers, all raising money for a great cause. And if this is the sign of the beginning, this course is only going to get, and this course is going to get better, as well as this tournament. And joining me now live is a survivor, Julie Veith. Julie, your husband kind of organized this event, and it's turning out pretty well.
Yes, it did. He started about 6 months ago talking about it, and it turns into something really big. And I've volunteered along with about 16 other people, and we've worked hard, and it's awesome.
And so you are a survivor of breast cancer,
Yes.
right? How long have you been a survivor?
4 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Very good. And this money obviously is raised here to help out with research. And joining me live, another survivor, Susan, my wife, Susan. Nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you too.
I got a chance to play golf and raise money for a wonderful cause today.
Yes, you did. And tomorrow you will be walking for the Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk at Fenderson Park. I believe the registration starts at 7 and the walk starts at around 9.
So obviously lots going on here, and all the money raised at this event as well as at the walk for research and helping out.
Right. And hopefully all the money will make it so that no one else has to be called a survivor, because we won't have the disease anymore.
All right, very good. And really, this is a wonderful event. And your husband still out there playing golf. I had a breakdown early, but we were doing pretty well. I think we were 15 under or something like that. Probably not good enough to win, but not too bad. Thanks a lot, Survivor. And we're going to have a great time here tonight raising money for a wonderful cause and a necessary cause to beat this terrible disease. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Bob.
Through the air. Golf news for you. This happened this afternoon, and anytime you have a chance for some history on an afternoon, we'll take Braden River boys golf team, locking it in. The Pirates win their first district championship in program history. How about that? Hoisted Class 3A Region 3 District 11. As a whole, the team shot a 311 when athletic director Matt Nesser caught wind of this. I love this. He pulled off a picture, sent it to the coach, said he's clearing some space for a banner. Gymnasium will put one up. Braden River will compete in the regionals on October 21st, guys. And we also got to shout out Riverview as well as Sarasota at Misty Creek. They will be moving on to the next round as well. So golf going up through, not too bad. What a way to spend a morning there.
Yeah, right.
Those young boys there for both sides. Like we said, Braden River, Riverview, Sarasota, all the local schools here.
Congratulations to them. Yeah, that's very exciting. Golf's not that any sport's easy. Like I could go play football or anything, but golf is it's one of those really, really impressive sports.
80% physical, the other half mental.
Yeah, the other half, yes, exactly.
Brian Veith has spent 26 years as a civil engineer specializing in water.
Helping the ecosystem, so from a water treatment plant to stormwater to runoff.
He says there's a problem with our buried infrastructure.
Some of these pipes have been sitting in the ground for 30, 50, 60 years. It needs funding.
And while most of us can't change our underground system, environmental engineer Dr. Tracy Finara says we can change our own behavior.
The water cycle is the most powerful system on Earth, and we have manipulated that by putting pavement on the ground.
And instead of letting that water infiltrate and treat pollutants, we're running off the water through pipe networks.
Faster, at lower water quality, causing erosion, algae blooms, and a number of other problems.
But she says we can be part of the solution by mimicking the water cycle at home.
Probably right now you have rainfall that's going from your roof to your gutter, down your driveway into a pipe network, directly into a natural water body. What you can do is disconnect that impervious, so it goes from your roof to your gutter into a cistern or rain barrel.
Especially this time of year. Veith says homeowners should be less concerned with keeping their lawns green and more concerned with going green.
Fertilizer has nitrogen and phosphorus. It obviously makes our lawns grow very green. But if you put it during the summer times and we get the heavy rains and that runs off, it gets into our creeks and our water bodies and our wetlands, and it also helps algae and other things grow that we don't want happening in our water bodies.
Dr. Finara says red tide would be here even if we weren't. But by littering and flushing unnecessary items down our sewer systems, we can still be part of the problem.
If a bloom gets close enough to shore, it just makes sense that the surface water nutrients from land-derived sources can prolong or exacerbate an existing bloom. Florida's a beautiful place. Let it be beautiful.